New York World's Fair. It's the climax of the Olympic boxing trials. The heavyweight championship bout. Buster Mathis of Grand Rapids, Michigan, the national AAU champion. 6 feet 3, 295 pounds, the biggest man in the tournament. His opponent, Joe Frazier of Philadelphia, the Eastern Regional champion. 6 feet 1, 196 pounds, a hard hitter. Men will wear 10-ounce gloves. This is a 3-round bout to determine who represents the United States in the heavyweight class in the Olympic Games in Tokyo next fall. Joe Frazier on the right has a very good punch. He has won all his bouts in the trials by knockouts. Buster Mathis, the big boy, has won his bouts by decision. You'll notice these men are wearing headgear. This was decided by the Olympic Committee for use in the trials. In 20 countries in this world, the headgear is worn in amateur boxing competition. But in Tokyo, no headgear will be worn. We notice that Mathis is surprisingly quick for a man his size. He's got a bear hug on Frazier. Mathis is a good counter puncher. Frazier, a hard puncher, is told to keep his punches up by the referee. Olympic scoring is very strict. Much stress is placed in Olympic competition on defensive work and good sportsmanship. Mathis in the lighter trunks, Joe Frazier in the black trunks. A trip to Tokyo awaits the winner. Frazier is forcing the fight. He wants to get in a big one on the big boy. Mathis, you'll notice, is not easy to hit, and he ties his man up well on the inside. Frazier is the aggressor, a little wild, a little over-anxious. The bouts being held at the New York World's Fair in the Singer Bowl. It's scheduled for 3 rounds, three-minute rounds. And speaking of 3, there are 3 judges. The referee does not count in the scoring. 3 judges do it. The big mid-section of Buster Mathis takes a pounding from Frazier. He's a man-mountain, Mathis, 295 pounds, but he takes a punch well. Frazier forcing the action. A good countering left hook by Buster Mathis. He's got his back to us. Only a few seconds remaining in round 1 of this 3-rounder. And there's the bell ending round 1. It was a very fast round. We wonder if the pace can be kept up for another 2 rounds. Buster Mathis in his corner. The New York World's Fair at night is a wonderland of fountains and light. This is the beautiful United States Pavilion. We're coming up to round 2. There's the warning whistle. Joe Frazier up on his feet. The Eastern Regional champion from Philadelphia. Buster Mathis, a 19-year-old schoolboy from Grand Rapids, Michigan, the national AAU champion. Round 2. Mathis doing fine defensive work, and Frazier is the aggressor. Frazier is being warned, and 2 points will be taken away from Joe Frazier for an infraction of the rules for low hitting. And in Olympic scoring, those 2 points could be fatal to his chances for a ride to Tokyo. Both boys a little bit wild now. Frazier still forces the action. He's in the dark trunks. He's from Philadelphia. Mathis in the lighter trunks. You'd hardly realize it to look at them that Frazier is 6 feet 1 and 196 pounds, a legitimate heavyweight. But he is outweighed by 99 pounds by Buster Mathis, who was a growing boy at age 19. Both a little bit wild and overanxious. Frazier has been aggressive, but his aggressiveness has not been too effective. And the counter-punching of Mathis has been very good. We're surprised at the agility of this big Buster Mathis. He moves almost like a middleweight. Good defensive work. Frazier seeking to get in the one good punch that could turn it his way. But he is smothered more often than not. Now he gets in some good ones. Round 2 of the 3-round bout in the heavyweight championship Olympic trials. Less than a minute to go in this round. Mathis, as you see, backs away, but he keeps Frazier off balance. Frazier, always persistent, always trying, bangs hard to the body, and makes Mathis hold for a moment. This has been a lively round, as was the first one. Only about 10 seconds remaining here as Frazier continues to put on the pressure. We wonder about the 2 points he lost on the foul, though. There's the bell, ending round 2. Another good round of action. Buster Mathis glad to sit down for a spell. There we have the part of the New York World's Fair, and you can see how beautiful it is. This is the Unisphere and the towers of the New York State Pavilion. A real beautiful sight at night and in the daytime. The warning whistle for round 3. This is the big one. Who goes to Tokyo? Joe Frazier or Buster Mathis? Frazier, the dark trunks. Now Mathis is taking the aggressive for the first time. A hard jab going in again and again on Frazier's face. Frazier wants him to mix with him and scores with that left hook. Whoever wins will be a worthy representative for the United States in Tokyo. Frazier was wobbled by a hard right to the head by Buster Mathis. Mathis, only 19 years old, 295 pounds, 6 feet 3. Joe Frazier, 20 years old, 6 feet 1, 196 pounds. Frazier is throwing the more punches, but he is not landing cleanly as yet. Mathis, a surprisingly good boxer for his size. And his age, only 19. Mathis like a ballet dancer. Frazier coming at him, a la Rocky Marciano. Pace has been torrid all 3 rounds. There have been no knockdowns, as you know. That was a hard right, which Mathis took rolling back. Mathis has picked up the attack in this round. He let Frazier set the pace in the first 2 rounds. Frazier was penalized 2 points in the second round, a costly infraction. We're nearing the end now of this 3rd round. Less than a minute remaining. 3-minute rounds. Both boys a little wild, a little over-anxious, and that's understandable. Frazier is back to his picks away with that left hand, a ponderous left hand, which must hurt. He moves very well for a big man. Frazier, you've got to give him credit. He never stops trying against these odds. Mathis knows how to tie up a man in close. Only a few seconds remaining. There's the bell, ending round 3, and the boys show there's no hard feelings. Good sportsmanship, Buster Mathis and Joe Frazier. We'll be back in a minute with the decision, and we'll meet the winner.
You saw today in Detroit at the NCAA Indoor Championship some of the men that you'll be seeing in the Summer Olympic Games in Mexico City, exclusively on ABC.